Some of them are pretty, yeah, some of them are great, and some of them go crazy, and some misbehave. Some will just annoy you, some will show you love and joy, some birds will control you, and most will let you down. But the ones who love
200就中200，刮500就是中500，然后刮了20-30张都有中，可是都是黄灯。另外一边有个也是细的，哦，你看它的花好漂亮。对啊。
放出来放在 YouTube 上，就是两边黑的。漂亮，做吧。就这个。是的，面进去。哦，这个。
什么？
冰的，因为外面太热。
这是装饰嘛，这是因为可以打柜。
个是什么？应该是什么椰子之类的。
所以我说它又不是铁盘，
这样根本放不下去。
用汤匙舀啊。礼盒包些什么？
什么菇？好吃吗？刚炸的，越多吃一口。
Soulmate, best friends. I thought my life was set, but I didn't know you yet. Heartbreak, passion. I thought that I knew best, but I didn't know you yet. I didn't know it then, but I wanted to. I didn't know what love was before. Yeah, it came and went, but it was never true. I didn't know what love was before. Slow danced in rain, laid petals on the floor, but never felt like this before. Moonlight, champagne, I've met many lonely years. By God, then you.
날이 좋은 어느 날 새신을 신고 그대를 만나러 가겠어요. 혹여 비가 온다면 내가 그댈 위한 우산이 되어줄게요. We can spend the summer, the winter, and everything between, just like we are meant to be. Met you on the 3rd of December. Oh, how could I forget? Baby, I miss you, even when you're next to me. 언젠가 나의 옷에 당신의 향기가 나는 날이 오게 되겠죠. 햇살 좋은 어느 날 나를 반겨줄 그대의 미소는 참 예뻐요. Won't leave your side even when you fall asleep. I will love you until the end of time. Even when we
没有，50。
去哪里上课？还早。又有小孩，又有老人，又有猫跟狗。
是种稻田的地方。那个树干上的，
不是啊，是花。去看看，这个一点点。在干嘛？
这个
这里大多了，先可以摊。那你站上来一点。嗯。
又好像有破火的味道。
再喝一口。
对啊，那有什么不一样？
你要不这样好像这边等会儿过去。
哎，
Có ướp nè.
Này qua thôi, qua có nữa.
Cars to fix, bills to pay, rooms to clean, meals to make. What a life that we've designed. I'd do it a million times with you and never get tired. You're my piece of heaven on earth. Oh, you make it all worth it. You're the reason I keep hitting snooze just to stay next to you. Over and over and over again. Over and over again. Grocery aisle hand in hand. A little world but so grand. Picking up the bread and wine like we've done a million times before. And I never get tired, 'cause you're my piece of heaven on earth. Oh, you make it all worth it. You're the reason I keep hitting snooze just to stay next to you. Over and over and over again. I can't wait to do this with you. Over and over and over again. Over and over again.
把那个肉串拔出来。
拿出来。
还没给过款，因为我说要给他多1万块。
你咋办的呀？啊？腰痛，不是俺肚子里。老板说不要不知道。
做出明天的。
一个推杆一样。
妈妈先，妈妈先。
这更长。
Xin chào, vì sự an toàn của quý khách,
是很有情节的。
反正他们两个已经处理，不要怪我头上的。
可以啊。
要打电话下去。
你刚才。
今天天空好蓝，很好看。
running low on the borderlines. And you tell me that you're doing fine. Morning color lights the hall, pulls you right on through the door. So onto all that feeds your soul. I know a place where the sun shines every day. So come with me and I'll take you there. I'll take you there. Coloring outside the lines, and you tell me you're just passing by, drowning in your reasons why. Talk is cheap, but we're wasting time. So all that feeds your soul, I know a place where the sun shines every day. So come with me, I'll take you there.
它也要运输有办法这样子。那个饭店盖越多，它等下后面招的越多。
Running low on the borderline. Talk is cheap and we're wasting time.
对啊，可是也不一定每个都给啊。
人家那个内尊是妈祖，这边不是海。
250啦，
我要扇贝。
可是它都是用那个什么有那个酱的。真的都没有给器具，我现在旁边有。
要不然要剪啊？
真的不好吃，没有问他3项。
其实这个有很咸。
哎呦喂！好，谢谢。这块才吧，这边吧。
这个是香堡，我们那天喝的是就贵。
就烤个万顶，这是什么？因为这要没有说到一无印福地。
想说他是昏倒了，连动都不会动。喜欢的就很喜欢啊。
好热哦！ Đó, vào đây là như anh ăn chuối nhìn về就完了。
that I know I'm in love. Will it feel warm and dry like a kiss in July? Will it chill down my bones? Will it cool like the snow? And I look at my window to see what the universe has in store for me. People passing by in the street will be smiling at me, 'cause they already know what it's like being in love. The sky starts to roll up its clouds, so the sun can just stop hiding out. So every night I stare at the moon just to check if she's still looking blue. Don't know who you are yet, you seem a bit hard to get, but I know you're out there. I just wait for the day where the sky will spread open its clouds, so the sun can just stop hiding out.
大怎么真漂亮？没有照。要点名。跟那个老师课堂点课点。昨天饭店隔壁那间更漂亮。新开的，很新。
Drifting far away, light is leaving town. Colors fade, but I'm thinking we stay just for a little while. Let's lose track of time, darling. Stay for a little longer while I hold your time. We'll wait, so just rest your head upon my shoulder. Nothing in our head. It's colder, but the day's not over yet. Summer nights, watch them go by as we fight off the cold. Holding you tight, you know just what I'm thinking. I don't want this moment to go. No, I don't want this moment to go. Let's lose track of time, darling. Stay for a little longer while I hold your time. We'll wait, so just rest your head upon my shoulder. Nothing in our way. It's colder, but the day's not over yet.
Cafe xin mời nhân viên đoàn kiểm trở về đoàn xin cảm ơn.
没关系啊，明天早上可以去冲过去买啊。
54块一包，是70块一包。
不像昨天那个，就只有一个店员在看着我们。
这次我很抱歉。追着我跑出去，想过就放弃了，再见不到时，我也不见了就紧握我所有期许，想过却把自己全交给了你，想不了怎么治愈，为何就我的轻而易举。
鲜咖啡，还是单咖啡，还是椰子咖啡？你刚刚有看过吗？
Les cigarettes fanées de la veille me laissent sans voix et mes jeunes années au réveil défilent devant moi. J'ai beau me dire que demain il fera beau, je crains le pire et soudain je parle tout seul, que pour ma gueule, je parle tout seul avec moi seul à seul. Les sentiments oubliés au réveil font la gueule de bois et ma jeunesse passée à la fenêtre défile devant moi. J'ai beau me dire que demain il fera beau, je crains le pire et soudain je parle tout seul, que pour ma gueule, je parle tout seul avec moi seul à seul. Je parle tout seul, que pour ma gueule, je parle tout seul avec moi seul à seul. La 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 la, la la la, la la la, la la la. La 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 la, la la la, la la la, la la la, la la, la la la.
粉的味道，是 A4哎。好，去挑战。